In the previous video, I said what do you mean by life process? I said performing many activities at a time is called as life process. For example, what are all the activities? We respire, our food will be digesting, we will be walking at some time. So performing many activities at a time is called as life process. Okay, now to perform an activity, our body requires some energy, correct? So from where we are getting the energy? From the food. From the food we eat, we are getting the energy. So the food we eat is getting the energy, and that energy should be supplied to all the cells present in our body. So the food we eat should be broken down into simpler form so that all the simpler form of food will reaches the every nook and corner of the cells of the body, isn't it? And you all know that from the previous chapter itself, you know that most of the food we eat is made up of carbohydrate. So this carbohydrate should be broken down into simpler form to get an energy, and that energy should be supplied, not only energy, along with the food, the broken food should be supplied to all the parts of the cells of the body. So in order to break that complex food molecules, whatever we eat, oxygen is required. So outside we require an oxygen to break the food, isn't it? That you would have learnt in the what is the chapter name? Yeah, chemical reactions and equations. You would have learnt, isn't it? Respiration is called as exothermic. You would have written that equation, correct? C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives 6CO2 plus 12H2O plus energy. So in order to break a food, we need oxygen from outside. In order to get energy, we need food from outside. Like that, we require many things from outside to get energized, isn't it? At the same time, as I said, we need food, and also we require oxygen to break that complex food molecules so that all the food molecules, the simpler food molecules, will reach the every cells of the body. So we require oxygen, we require food, and this simpler form of food, which was broken down using oxygen, should be supplied to each and every cells of the body. So for the transportation has been necessary. So all these activities will be taking place in our human body that we are going to study one by one in this chapter. And one thing you have to know, we all know that we are all a multicellular organisms. Got it clear? Multicellular organisms means we are all made up of more than one cells. Millions of cells we are made up of. But there are some organism which is made up of only one cell. Those organisms are called as unicellular organisms, that you are aware of that. And the good example of unicellular organism is amoeba. So how do this amoeba gets the food? And how do this amoeba, how do they get the food? How do they convert the complex food molecule into simpler form? So how do this process takes place in amoeba means, not only amoeba, for all the unicellular organism means by a simple process called as diffusion. By a simple process called as diffusion. What does this diffusion means? See, diffusion means any particles which goes in and out of a cell. Any particles, it might be anything, which goes in and out of the cell is called as diffusion. It goes directly in and out of the cell. So this is the process taking place in a unicellular organism. So unicellular organism is made up of single cell. If they want food, it will directly, the cell membrane of the cell will directly allows the food inside, and any waste food is generated, then it will directly let it outside from the cell. So this inlet and outlet movement of the particles in a unicellular organism is called as diffusion. We cannot imagine diffusion in a multicellular organisms like human beings. The reason is that we are having millions of cells, and all the cells are not exposed to the surroundings, isn't it? All the cells are protected. So diffusion is not possible. to take the food and release the waste substances outside. So diffusion is possible only for the unicellular organism. Inlet and outlet of the food particles is possible only for the unicellular organisms, whereas in multicellular organism it is impossible. Got it clear? Because in multicellular organisms the body structures are complex and all the cells are not directly exposed to the surrounding environment. So remember guys, diffusion is not at all possible in living organisms of multicellular organisms. Okay.